cross-step waltz here at Culture. The second session of our well-rounded dancer series. So we spent the first week or so reviewing some things. We reviewed the basic, you'll find this everywhere, but just a quick reminder of some of the things we talked about today. I stepped 1, 2, and floated to 3. So 2 and 5s become floats, and 4, 5, 6. In time, it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1.
We talked about leads having nice, small cross steps on 1, but then really getting nice and close to their follow on 2, really cutting that off. Boom! We don't want to travel that step. We want to be right over follow's feet, but then we can float and then head linear down line. That gives us that wonderful room to cross 4, 5, 6.
We also talked about turning and looking
on count 2.
And what that's going to do is get my shoulder out of the way so Claire can dance through. 1, turn, and look. And it's not just my eyes. I'm not just sort of gazing down there. I'm turning to open up this right shoulder. Follows will do it as well. She'll turn and look. Yeah. That's also handy because I don't know who might be there. And so I also want to make sure I take care of my follow.
We appreciate that.
Then we did a review of treading water, which I'm stepping forward, step, step, back. I step forward, push off, back, step, step, and then I can continue. It's a nice way of going nowhere with a little bit of style and float.
We really encourage leads to be very clear about the angle that their follows back was at. So not only are they going forward and back, but they're really leading them through and then turning them, bringing them back and then turning them. So everything is all really happening kind of under your right armpit leads. With human, a turn.
And I could do that without my left hand at all.
It's just there for support and window dressing.
And then I don't know whether or not we hit the follow solo or not, but on the follow solo, I step out and back.
She's stapling her feet to the ground.
1, I roll back to 4.
And that allows
1,
me
2, 3,
to do
4,
rondes,
1,
points,
2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3,
back,
4,
step,
5, 6.
And that allows
get
us
me out of it.
Back to the basic.
Then we did, I believe, a quick review of the leads under.
Yes, indeed.
Where I walk under, my hands go back, inside turn, and back to closed.
Back to close.
And then we said I could put a free spin on the follow turn.
Anywhere we got that chaîné turn, we can probably do a free turn.
And I can also turn. Please remember to do the chaîné turn as well. Don't try to turn first. Looks like this. I walk under, hands go back, my hand goes low, and I pick her up back to closed. We'll do it with just a follow free spin.
Going this way.
And under, hands back, low,
nice
side turn, and sweep her back to close.
We said no up checking. That hand is going to go from low to lower, and the real lead of that turn is always going to be the lead stepping down line.
You betcha. All right, and then we reviewed the tuck turn, and we also were able to put that free spin or roll away on that. It went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Note again that 1, 2, 3, fingertip to fingertip. I'm stepping down line on 4, 4, 5, and 6.
We really talked about how leads are going to let their follow kind of float open a little bit on 6 at the end of their last basic, and then they're going to go through and then sweep them in, so follows have that like trajectory, which is going to bring my right shoulder forward and my left shoulder back, and that's going to do the wonderful thing.
Let's put a basic on top so we can add that.
Of creating some potential energy. So we basic,
2, 3,
we float open, we tuck,
1, 2,
and then we let it go down
5, 6, and 1. Then we can add that free spin.
Yes, indeed.
Looks like this.
And
1,
tuck
2,
low,
4, 5, 6, or free spin, or roll away. And we'll pick up our follow at the end of that. That was the preface for a grapevine line outside turn. Aren't you
Yes.
glad you're not using regular film because you'd be out. So I want to over rotate and get there by count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
All the way.
6.
So now she's back line of dance and I'm facing line of dance.
And this is often called Yale position. I draw her forward. 1,
Great.
face,
Fine.
2, 3.
And, oh, we're loaded up in that potential energy position again.
And now I'm going to send her down line dance. 4, 5, 6. Again, it's a Shanae turn. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Over rotate. 1, 2, 3. Down line. And here.
It's really natural and lovely. It's got this lovely flow to it, especially if leads aren't trying to negotiate with the arms. We're just keeping frame and moving in parallel. Oh, it just flows so nicely. Release that
6
energy.
and 1. And yes, that can be a free spin.
Or a roll away,
It can. That brought us to the waterfall,
which is a great move in and of itself.
which is stepping across and stepping back, back, back. 1, 2,
Back,
3,
back.
4,
Still back.
5, 6. So cross, back, back, back.
And then
That
we
brings
get
us to 4,
wee.
and then we have the 5, 6. Yes, for the wee. So
Cross,
1, 2, 3,
back,
4,
back, turn
5,
together.
6,
Cross, back, 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 turn together.
right? And that's very distinctive and should be and feel that way from the basic, which really has a pretty different energy.
We said that we really wanted to put some moxie on the top and then let everything drift from there. And it was really, really great as a garnish or to add a little spice to the meal, but we don't want to eat a whole meal of onions.
Otherwise, it's a da-da-da. Right, and the follow feels like, yeah, it's a little too much. Little bit like a brand new driver with a shift stud. With a stick shift.
Yeah,
See if I can get that out.
exactly.
All right, so then we went from there and we did second half grapes. So 1, 2, 3.
back.
Here's the start of your grapevine. 4, 5, 6.
And
Inside turn fingertips to
this is
fingertips.
a prep
And this is the first step, and it is down line. 1,
in
2, 3,
side turn.
and 4,
Back,
5, 6.
close.
Let's do it from the side.
Going this way.
So 1,
Cross,
2,
back, great.
4, 5, 6,
and inside. Turn the back to close. Yeah, it was very similar to the leads go, follows go, those last 6 counts. Again, follows, I really want to rotate into that. That's going to get me set up so well for that inside turn. Then it just rolls out.
1, 2,
4,
4,
5,
6, 1, 2, 3, back to close.
Da-da.
Next time, we'll go 1,
Yeah.
inside turn.
Tuck and outside turn.
And
that one's so fun.
And there
There's
is
even
one
one
more
more.
after that. And that's it.
I think that's
for
what we
week
did.
1, 2, 3.
Awesome.
Very
Thank you
nice.
guys so
Good job,
much.
everybody.
Yay!